WonderCon 2022, we are here with the producers and director of Lumpia with a vengeance. First off, can I get a little backstory on the title?
Well, we wanted a title that really spoke about the wackiness but also it's Lumpia because it's of course Filipino, but with a vengeance English because we wanted to make sure it's Filipino American, and just the title alone already tells you what you're up against. I mean, obviously, as a nerd, with a vengeance, it's like,
like a diehard.
Yeah, diehard. Yeah. So Lumpia equals diehard. That's our definition of Lumpia. It's diehard.
There's a lot of like Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez kind of vibes for the film. Now, this is 2003. The first movie came out, and we got to experience the power of Kickstarter and seeing how much love for the original film there was. Can you guys describe to me the process of taking the original film and trying to elevate it to this?
Well, I mean, we were celebrating our 10th year anniversary of the first film, and so we were doing music videos and commercials, but we figured, it was time for a first feature film.
That's right.
The first one was homemade, but we really wanted to use our experience to make that, and we really wanted to test, was there really an appetite still for films like this, Filipino American films? So we made this our first crowdfunder, and in essence, I mean, Lawrence, you were there. I mean,
we both of us are coming from like rising and doing, like you said, music videos and commercials and whatnot, and so taking the experience of an experienced filmmaker and experienced production person, I wanted to especially approach because I missed out on the first one, working at, and when the moment he said he wanted to do a possible sequel, the nerd in us came out and say, let's go all out. Let's take the nerds in us, the comic book lover. First and foremost, we are comic book lovers, and why not make the ultimate comic book Filipino action comedy film?
Yeah, we definitely wanted to do a homemade movie again. It had to be professional. I think a lot of folks, the story is we didn't get greenlit until like literally the last day. And I think a lot of people rallied behind about 9 years ago, like we needed more Filipino American films. And so, we were, in essence, the backers, having that backing actually motivated us to finish through. I mean, even though we never had the money, we never wanted to finish the film just for the sake of just having a reward. We wanted to make sure it was worthy of the support that they gave us.
Exactly. I mean, you're giving a platform to a lot of like these up and coming Filipino American actors and actresses to be on screen, and growing up, especially when we grew up, like there wasn't a lot of representation. That like, how key is it to focus solely on representation in a film like this?
Oh, very key. Yeah, very key. I mean, I became a huge fan of the first, the homemade film. And so when Patricia called me and asked me to join for the sequel, I said, I don't even have to see anything. I'm there, whatever you guys need.
We just said we have Lumpia on set. All we had to say.
It'll be fresh too.
And so back to your question of whether there's an appetite. Literally, there's an appetite.
Yeah.
For
so
this.
I'm assuming on set, your craft table is just all different types of lumpia. Just gotta get everyone into the vibe.
Well, we also wanted to save all that good lumpia so that way we shot it. This is a tight budget, so the crafty service had to double up. For the stunt.
But it was a family effort on set. I mean, a lot of vendors sponsored us and donated a lot of the food on set. A lot of Filipino restaurants. It was lumpia on set, but sometimes we even had a pizza place because we had one of our cast members worked at a pizza place. So it was, yes, the money was never there, but the love and the support that we got in order to get us to the finish line, it just always happened to be there. And so while the money was never there quickly, the support and love is actually what got us here.
It's just imagine like making a film with the type of party that you have with family and friends, and then you add a camera to it, and that's it's constantly a gathering of like people that are our family and friends. It really was a community support.
Definitely.
It's a very, very different from the type of movie that both of us worked on a studio film. I mean, it's people are familiar. People will come bringing in if we need extra help as far as like playing an extra role, or they were there ready to step in.
Yeah. definitely. Like you said, the community. Now I know the city embraced the whole production. What types of things, like, were there any like pushback from the city as far as things that you guys couldn't do for the film that just in accordance with how the city wanted to run?
I mean, my hometown, Daly City, which is Fogtown in the movie. I mean, they embraced it. I mean, I shot almost in everything that's shot in the movie. It's really an Easter egg to like really everything in my life, like growing up, my childhood. I shot it in my own high school. Shot it with actually a lot of my actors were from my church group back in the day. Yeah. So everything. So even the city came out. The mayor. Justin Manalo, all the mayors that keep rotating, they came out there for a big city hall, and they even gave us the locations, and it really felt like a homecoming shoot, and everyone came out from even the bakery, my childhood bakery. I got to shoot there, so everything down. I mean, it's just not the location, but everyone who came in. It just seemed like everyone. Again, it was a big collective in front of the camera and behind the camera, and I think that was key to making this movie reflect really the community coming together, not just in front of the camera but behind the camera.
We had people from the police department who watched out for us, as far as like security, but then they wound up being
they wanted a part of the movie. That's what they wanted. That's really why.
So the police that you see in the movie are actually the police of Daly City. So they got a chance to actually play the part. So we actually had real life police cars, police people.
Makes it easier on you guys.
Oh, absolutely. The city paid for it, so it's awesome.
You guys have to rent out little cop cars, uniforms.
They just came over. Just, hey, come on down. We're making a movie, and there they were.
Now, I love that, you brought back some of the original cast, but you added a few new members to the cast. You brought back the UFC fighter, and of course, Robert Rodriguez alumni, Danny Trejo. How was that? How was it getting them on board, and what was their view of the movie?
I mean, just like with everyone that we casted, you're in this industry, you're so used to all the rejections and the no's. I mean, obviously we got that in our journey together, everything. But you don't focus on that. You focus on the people who said yes. And Danny Trejo was one of those surprising yes, that, he read the script and he loved it, and it was just, my Danny Trejo story is always connected to Robert Rodriguez, because the original film was inspired by Robert Rodriguez' El Mariachi, right? And Danny Trejo rejuvenated his career through Desperado, the reboot. So him being on set, and we were talking about like, this is full circle, and so everyone like that went from April to Katrina, and everyone embraced their roles and actually made it their own. And the movie, it is what it is, not because of what's on paper, it's because of what people contributed and made the script better on screen.
Awesome. Honestly, even like Good Will Hunting, when Ben Affleck and Matt Damon reached out to Robin Williams, they had no idea that he was going to say yes. So like that type of grind, I really appreciate. And honestly, I'm so excited for the fans to see it. You guys have a big screening here tonight, so big theater. Everybody's going to get to finally see it. Worldwide premiere. I know you guys been premiering it do a few screenings, but I'm excited. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to speak with us. Like being a Filipino American, like it's great. It's just great to see. And honestly, I hope for a third one.
Oh yeah, that's the goal.
All right, well,
Stay tuned.
Thanks for your time, you guys.
Thank you.